You're stupid. It's like, all right, welcome to the, what is it? The Movie Men Podcast?
I like how
It's like, Movie Men Review Podcast. It's like,
how it's your show, you know it's called.
all right, shut up. Anyways, I am Daniel.
I'm Sherry, obviously not a man.
Don't talk to me.
Say something.
Just say my name.
Oh, what's the... anyways, well, obviously you can't see that, but that's Josh, the third. Well, not, he's not literally the third, but he's not literally the third, and like, what I mean, like, he...
The third wheel.
I know.
Second name. In the men.
Alright, pretty much, what is it?
Second man of this trio.
So pretty much, what is it? Our podcast originated from when I wrote movie reviews for the university newspaper, and then they wanted a podcast. So we started doing podcasts, and then they got tired of doing the podcast, I guess.
They would never upload them.
They would never upload them or
They
edit them.
busy, and they said that they didn't have time, so we were just making them for nothing.
The print reviews were good.
Yeah, those were rave.
But anyways, so now we're doing it again on our own, because obviously I graduated. Well, obviously nobody would know that when So anyways.
Weren't you doing them on before?
Pretty much, yeah.
Since you're doing all the work and they're just uploading it.
Well,
Weren't you actually uploading it yourself?
No.
No, they did it because they're not professional. I don't know. So anyways, now we're doing it again. We're going to cover movies, good movies, bad movies, weird movies, I guess. And then possibly TV shows. Because somebody likes The Walking Dead.
I'm not the
we
only
weren't
one.
talking about this right now.
I know, but
I'm
anyways.
not the only one.
Well, I thought you were going to say a line from the thing because that one, yeah, anyways. So, anyways, so today's podcast we're going to cover The Fugitive because I bought it on Blu-ray. We watched it on Saturday night. In which it's a good movie, but a lot of things kind of stood out to us as far as, I guess,
There were a lot of inconsistencies.
Well, I don't want to say that, but it was like logical.
I would.
Logical.
So let's just say that the justice system has come a long way.
Yes, for Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones. Oh yes, The Fugitive from 1993 that stars Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones. It's based on the TV show. I think it was from the 70s. No. No, it's complete. And no, it's based on the television show from back in the. I think it was the 60s or 70s. Maybe I should have researched that.
Probably.
But it was directed by.
Planning.
Yes. Anyways, it's directed by Andrew Davis, the guy who directed Under Siege and Above the Law.
Of course.
Like a few Steven Seagal classics there.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much the movie. Well, you can review the movie.
I don't care.
Well, okay, I guess that's one way to. So simply put, like, do you want to review the movie?
What?
You want to say what the movie is about?
I don't know.
You had already said it.
Yeah, did you say the movie?
You were
No, I didn't say the movie was
Carry
about.
on.
I figured other people would like to
Carry on,
talk.
good sir. We'll chime in.
Okay, so anyways, the film was about Harrison Ford who plays.
Man falls in love with a woman.
It was not about a man who falls in love with a woman. It was Love on the Run. No, it was about Harrison Ford who plays a doctor who is pretty much, I guess, wrongly convicted of of murdering his wife. He ends up going to trial. There's like there's overwhelming evidence against him that
He was a pimp.
that makes it seem like he murdered his wife, even though he claimed that he didn't, in which he doesn't, because we know he's the hero of the film. So. And so he's wrongly convicted for the murder of his wife, and then on his way to prison,
He's being transported. There's an escape attempt, and it goes wrong. Actually, not. It goes right. Yeah, I guess it goes right.
yeah, pretty much. There's a prison escape while on the bus. What is it?
The original guy that attempted it didn't.
He did not make it.
Yeah.
It did not end well for him.
And so, simply enough.
Spoilers.
Oh.
Well, it's not really spoilers, because...
If you have not been around since 19...
It's a 21-year-old movie. So, is
If
it?
you're not 21 or older.
No, it's a 19-year-old movie. Excuse me. Not a 21-year. I added 4 years to it.
Your math right, sir.
Well, no, simply enough, we're not actually giving away too much of the film. It's just simply, and it's a pretty famous scene where he jumps off of the train, or he jumps off the bus that's on the railroad tracks that's about to be smashed by the train. So simply enough, he's on his way to prison. He's gonna, and then there's an escape attempt. He ends up.
Wasn't just gonna go to prison. He's gonna be executed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but pretty much he was on the way over there, and I don't think they're gonna execute.
Happy movies.
Well, they weren't gonna execute him that night. Like, so they're gonna.
No, they're just waiting.
So simply enough, there's an escape attempt. The bus ends up crashing due to commotion on the
He's dead.
due to commotion on the bus, in which it lands on a railroad track, in which it's then smashed by an oncoming train. But the survivors are able to get off the train, including Harrison Ford, who rescues like a prison guard.
Yeah, prison guard.
And then there's one other prisoner who gets away, and then a prison guard who saved himself. And then pretty much Tommy Lee Jones comes into the picture as a U.S. Marshal who's trying to recapture any surviving prisoners who've escaped. And I don't know. I don't think we should go any farther as far as what the rest of
what it is.
Well, no, the movie. No, that's not the whole film. That's just like
That's what the main. That's the main part of the film.
No, it's not. You clearly were not paying attention. There's.
That's the main part.
I know.
Yeah,
He's all.
Close enough.
In short, he's wrongly convicted of murdering his wife, and on the way, during the transport to the prison, there's an escape attempt. He escapes. Harrison Ford's brought in. Not Harrison Ford. Tommy Jones.
Harrison Ford is brought in to capture him.
Harrison Ford.
I know. This is like that movie Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, that's completely different.
Except that movie was gay.
Anyways, so we're only explaining like the first 20 minutes in the movie, which people are gonna be like, why they just keep talking about the same thing?
Yeah, it's more the same thing like 3 times.
Yeah.
So anyways, Tommy Lee Jones is the U.S. Marshal who's out to not only capture Harrison Ford, but the other...
Because he's above the law.
No, he's out to also catch the other... He's out to capture the other escaped prisoner, in which Harrison Ford is running around trying to solve who killed his wife, and also as to why his wife was killed, and whether or not the actual murder was planned for him.
Hello, Abby.
And so that's, rather than give away the whole film, that's kind of, how it takes off. And so, what are your thoughts on the film? You're supposed to say something when
I just want to start off by saying the name of this review is the Abby review.
No, it's not. Anyways, so Josh, what do you think about the movie?
It's alright.
It's a man of a lot of words. So, what do you think of the movie, Sherry? You have to say something when I point the mic.
She's looking my way.
Anyways, so that's not the review of the movie.
Well, I don't know. It was alright. It wasn't a bad movie. My mom liked it.
So, which I should have had your mom come in and talk about what she thought of the film, because she might have had
It was an amazing movie because Tommy Lee Jones was in it. That is all.
that's the only thing that made the film.
Yes.
Yes, the first time I saw it, I thought it was good, but I've seen it too many times, I don't really care. So
basically, you're telling Tommy Lee Jones and the, what is it, the sewage tunnel, and saying I don't care. So anyways, I don't know, I thought it was a good film. It was like pretty dramatic, very action-packed. Like, there's a lot of, stop that. So, and the pace of the film moved along very well and pretty good.
Really?
Well, it had good, well, no, it didn't. It had good writing.
Yeah, the first time was good. The second time, you just want it to end.
Well, why are you watching it again if you want it to end? Like,
You watch it all the time.
I don't watch it all the time.
Forced me to watch it.
You forced both of us to watch it.
I just watched it because I bought the Blu-ray. I was like, oh, I bought
You
the.
forced everybody to watch it.
He said there was added footage and there wasn't.
Yeah, so there's a deleted scene where there's a massive shootout between Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones. And so,
Oh, you mean like in the movie The Town?
anyways, So that's another podcast right there. So anyways, back to The Fugitive.
So back to the town.
Anyways, like I said, I read up on the movie on Internet Movie Database, The Fugitive, not The Town, and just reading some trivia about the film. And at first, I didn't even know the director was the guy who directed Under Siege and Above the Law. Yeah, that's pretty much kind of what started getting him. I think that's what won him the role of the director. And then he like wrote the film, or wrote the screenplay at least. And then it turns out there was actually a longer. What is it? It was actually a longer film. It's like only like 2 hours, 2 hours and like 10 minutes. And what is it? The longer version of it was like, I forgot how long it was, in which everybody at the studio loved it, but he still cut it down. He wanted a faster paced film, in which clearly Josh did not think it was fast enough.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Some of
guess.
that part, some of the movie drags. Oh, it does. I'm kind of, I don't
Yeah,
know.
you know what the funny part is? There's supposed to be a love story in the movie, which was kind of weird. His wife is.
Between Ben Affleck and the baby. Oh,
You're
right,
stupid. Anyways. No, it was between Harrison Ford and what's her name, Julianne Moore.
The guy that he helped.
It was between him and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, it was
love
a.
story.
I know, it was a love thing.
Forbidden
I
Love.
know. Between
The regular Romeo and Juliet.
it was between an outlaw and a lawman. Anyways, no, it was supposed to be Harrison Ford and Julianne Moore's character, even though she's barely in the film. And then
I didn't like her character. She seemed like a bitch. She did. In the hospital, the guy is like, so, what is it? Tommy Lee Jones is questioning her, and she's like, I've had a long day. Well, no shit. He's been up all night, too.
you went cussing on this film,
It's not a film.
or this podcast. Anyways, so.
I retract my statement.
No, well, the thing was that they said it was going to be a love story between her, and then there's another person that he was supposed to fall in love with. What's her name?
What?
Jane Lynch.
I know.
Well, I think that's what they were just trying to do.
Yeah, because Jane Lynch was, she was like, no, that's not his style. Like,
Yeah.
she knew his style. Like,
I know. I didn't know he had a style.
I know.
And so pretty much like it also turns out they started filming the movie and there wasn't even a completed script.
What? I heard something about football.
No, I read that they started filming the movie before there was even a completed script, so that might explain why there might be certain parts in the film that, that might drag or something, But
I guess.
what else was it? There was what's the other parts that I was thinking of? So anyways, back to the non-trivia stuff. We were talking about the film as far as like what is it, the train smashing into the bus? Would he be crushed or would he be able to escape? Why are you giving me those eyes?
No, it was when he was under the bridge. You said that that it would be able to hold all that stuff,
I think
the
it would.
train and the bus and everything. And Josh was saying that the bridge would have collapsed because there were too much train parts on the bridge.
Train parts.
That's what it was. It was a part of a train.
Well, anyway.
Bridges out.
Well, it was funny because I talked about that with two engineers, and they said that it's possible that it actually could have crushed him, but at the same time, depending on, you actually have to look at the whole structure and stuff. So in which we came to.
You actually talked about this
Yes,
at work?
I had to talk about it at work.
What?
They had to bring it up. They had nothing better to talk about, anyways. So.
Even though that part's not plausible, I think him jumping out of the bus, the angle he was jumping at, he still would have been crushed because it didn't make any sense the way he was jumping. It's not logical.
It's for dramatics.
I agree.
But anyways, I had also.
Dramatics?
Yes, it's for dramatic effect. So anyways, I had actually read the trivia on the movie, and turns out the director.
Jump from the train? And jump from the bus?
No, the director actually talked to engineers to make sure that it all worked.
Oh, shut up.
He actually did that.
Shut
He
up.
actually researched the whole thing.
No, that's...
Yeah, he
crap.
actually he had the stunt coordinator set it up as to what speed the train should be going at,
One
and
thing is,
what.
I don't know. how fast the train is actually going.
The train was
It
actually...
looks like they're speeding it up in the film.
If the train left the station at...
well, it turns out the train was supposed to be going 35 miles an hour when it hits the bus that was on the train.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it actually went at 41, and it actually went according to plan, regardless of... even though it went faster than it was supposed to. Yeah, there you go.
So that whole scene actually took place?
Took place minus Harrison Ford.
Well, yeah, of course. They're going to throw him out there.
So run. So run.
Still doesn't... It's not plausible to me. It doesn't make sense.
I agree. Well, no, it doesn't... It's not that it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't... I don't know. But if you and your coworkers couldn't see a hole in this plot line, then that's okay with me.
I don't know. They really didn't seem to care, but at the same time, too, I was like, you guys are engineers. You should be all over that stuff. But anyways.
Not everybody's all over Fugitive like you are.
Well, anyways, now we'll scratch to, what is it? Our other thing that stuck out to us was Harrison Ford, not Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones, and as far as using all these resources to catch Harrison Ford.
The budget, yeah.
You're like, how much money does he have to waste on just capturing one man?
Millions of dollars at his disposal.
Well, you know what the funny part is how much resources he used to try to catch, how many resources, excuse me, as to try to catch Harrison Ford, but for the other escaped prisoner, there was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we got a phone call, that's it. Harrison Ford, oh, we gotta get,
Sail out the next 2 miles.
gotta get deep sea divers to dive down the water. Fish
Call the
nets.
president. Bring him out here.
10 helicopters flying around.
Pretty much that's what they had. They had helicopters.
And then further down in the movie, they got on that, what is it, the wind boats or whatever they're called? They're cruising up and down the river trying to...
Well, simply enough, they...
So I gotta shut down this city's water supply.
Yeah, they actually did shut like at one scene. They actually, or he...
close the dam.
Yeah,
They turned off the water from the dam.
Yeah, which I was like, they're not going to allow you to do that, regardless of somebody jumped off.
The water supply, that's their electricity supply, the power supply. Right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't work in that city. No, I was going to say I don't work for that city. All I know is that he jumped from it, and then Harrison Ford... Oh, the famous scene where he jumps from the dam...
Yeah, the
sewer.
damn tunnel, I guess. I don't know. Sewer,
Yes,
I don't know.
it's not literally that, but it's... Yeah.
Oh, easy with the language.
We're talking about the damn dam.
Oh, yeah, but you know the line where he says, I didn't call my wife, and Tommy Lee Jones says,
I don't care.
Yeah, you know that scene was... Or not that scene, that line was actually made up by Tommy Lee Jones.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, seemed like you put a lot of thought in that.
No, I forgot what the line was. Oh, the original...
He should have said, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Oh,
And it would have been so fitting.
So did they just add that in because Harrison Ford was like, you forgot your line. He's like, I don't care.
No, is it... I think the original line was like, that's not my problem, which doesn't really sound...
Yeah.
I don't know.
That sounds good to me.
Well, no, the I don't care makes more sense because he's just there to arrest him. He's not there to, like...
Really, he didn't care.
I know. He's not there to, like, convict him and all that other stuff.
You're my problem. That's what you should say.
You're my problem. So anyways.
Should have said you were the cure. No. Whoops.
You're the cure. You're the cure to all my problems. That's why I need you. Like,
Oh, never mind.
so anyways. So the other thing... Well, yeah, that's what we were talking about. Like, all the resources, all the money he spent, like... Just trying to capture Harrison Ford, in which the other prisoner, it seemed like he got away because they spent all their time trying to catch Harrison Ford.
No, he didn't get further. He was still in the same city. Yeah, well, they were all in the same city. They stayed in the same city, weren't they?
I think it's same state. Well, that's another bad thing. We should have paid more attention to that.
Probably should have.
I don't know, that makes sense.
Yeah, the other guy wasn't the concern.
Yeah, well, it had to be the same state because the thing is, it shows them during the daytime. I don't know.
I just wanted... Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
It's funny though, because I was just thinking about that, because he says like, oh, I want helicopters, I want like, what do you call it, the dogs to come on, and like I said, there's a lot of resources just to capture Harrison Ford's character, who really wasn't a violent, I guess, well...
He was violent, he burned his wife.
Well, I mean, he didn't turn actually quote-unquote violent until he took Tommy Lee Jones's gun.
Well, he didn't even turn violent. He took the gun just because
Yeah,
he didn't want him to grab it.
if somebody's looking at you and they have a gun in their hand, are you gonna think they're violent or they're just playing around? They're not there to visit.
Ooh. So, anyways.
Ooh.
So we guess that was a little unusual how much money he.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's funny. It's like he's using all this resources, and then he asks his partner, "Hey, can we borrow your like cousin's truck or something?"
I know.
I know. That's
They
what I
had
thought.
money for everything except that one truck.
No, it was a work van, not a truck.
It's irrelevant. He said, "Does your cousin still have his truck?"
Well, either way.
Not, does your cousin still have his Astro van? His Chevy van.
Anyway, so. Yeah, I know, which I thought was funny. It's like, after spending all that money, now he's going to start borrowing stuff. Like, I think maybe he hit his budget, and that's when he started having to borrow stuff. It's like, oh man, we went too far. But, what was it? What's the other point?
The dam dive.
Yeah, that was, well, I don't know. The film obviously is supposed to be dramatic and, have action in it. And, I think that's what's supposed to capture your interest and keep your interest, obviously, is to, have very, what do you call that? Not everyday events happen, Because even then, people will do anything to escape from prison.
I wouldn't know.
Well, not like I've been in prison, I'm just saying. From what I've read. Like when the lady says what's to me.
You don't know how to read. Don't lie to these people.
And so, let's see, what else do we got? Oh yeah, and then, what was the Tommy Lee Jones character? How, that one standoff scene where he just comes out of nowhere and he shoots the guy. Remember the scene where remember the other, well, not to spoil it, but...
This is a 19-year-old movie.
Alright.
If you haven't seen it, you're probably not going to see it.
Trying to get the other guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember?
He came out of nowhere, is that?
Well, he didn't...
It's a house. They only had, like 3 rooms in it?
Well, it wasn't like he came out of nowhere. It was that, the guy...
Came around the corner with his katana, he's like, yeah!
Well, what is it? It became a standoff when that the other escaped prisoner had taken hostage one of Tommy Lee Jones's men, and then the guy's trying to demand, he wants a way out of there. He wants a car or something, or he's gonna kill the guy. And then Tommy Lee Jones is kind of walking against the wall, and then he just comes out and shoots the guy in the head with one of his.
Oh, that's stupid! I hated when that guy was like, "You could have bargained for my life." What the crap is that? If you're like.
He doesn't want to waste resources
I
on
know.
that.
That's the one thing he will not waste resources on.
So he was tapped out by that time.
No, he just felt more comfortable getting another man if he died.
Getting what?
Another partner.
Oh,
Because he has so many resources.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of men that'll fill your shoes.
Pretty much, that guy was expendable.
That was stupid. I hated that part. That made me so mad. I've seen that movie I don't know how many times, and every time I'm like, ah.
So anyway, no, I was just thinking about the show Justified with what's his name, Timothy Olyphant.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't remember time about TV shows.
Or other movies.
I know, but I just thought about that because I was like, anyways. All right, fine, we'll scratch that part.
Okay, we should wrap this up.
Should wrap this up.
Yeah, but we still haven't gotten to the damn dive.
We didn't get to the damn time.
Oh, really?
He jumps off the dam. Remember before that he says, "I don't care."
Talking about the way that his angle was.
Oh yeah, the way
that his face sort of like hit the concrete and scraped all the way down.
Yeah, because pretty much the way he jumped, he didn't really jump out. He jumped down.
He did like an arc. He would have come back and like hit the wall and.
Well,
did a swan dive right into the concrete.
Pretty much. That's what I saw.
Well, the plastic dummy didn't fall the way they wanted to.
Pretty much, yeah. The arms were falling off.
Well, it would have been worse if like an arm fell off when he jumped, or when they pushed it out. But
that was the one resource that...
Yeah, but like I said, people would do all kinds of stuff. People would jump off of buildings.
No. I'm not saying that they wouldn't do it. I'm saying they wouldn't do it like that because the point of escaping is to live, not like die in another place.
Well, he wasn't a professional.
He knows what he can take.
He knows his limits.
Yeah, he'll fix himself afterwards.
Hey, he did when he got, was he shot?
No, he got like a thing caught in, like, it was like, what do you call that? What?
I don't know. When he had to go into the hospital and
it's like debris or whatever that had caught him.
Like a cut or something.
Yeah, it wasn't a cut. It was like something like stabbed him.
Flesh wound.
I know, but it was like debris or whatever. So, which was funny too, because he kind of just. It's hilarious how bad the security is at these hospitals, and he just kept wandering into.
I know, and nobody seemed to recognize him. Even Tommy Lee Jones pointed that out, that he was walking in and out with all these cops around. Clearly, that's a problem.
He was disguised. He was wearing a disguise, you know.
Oh, he was missing his beard.
Yeah,
that
pretty much.
Everything.
You know, it's
walking around with his fly down.
yeah, that's what really threw everybody off.
Sagging his pants. That just was out of character for him.
No, you know what the funny part is? You know why he had a beard in the beginning of the movie? Because, what is it? The director didn't want him to have to wear, like, makeup or anything like that to create a disguise, so he was like, he'll just have a beard in the beginning of the movie, and then when he escapes from
That's so awful.
the bus, he's just gonna shave it off. That's his disguise. And then he dyes his hair and changes his clothes when...
He dyes his hair the exact same color that it was, except it's no longer salt and pepper. It's like...
Yeah, it's like dark. Well,
it's all solid brown.
No, it made him youthful. That's why they couldn't figure out who it was.
So that looks like a younger version of him, but that's not possible.
I know. Unless he went back in
You
time.
can't go back in time. Technology is available right now.
But, I don't know. Overall, what is it? We watched the Blu-ray. Like, it was pretty good quality for what it was.
3 paws.
Well, the night scenes were kind
I
of...
think certain movies that have special effects that were, I guess, like groundbreaking at that time should be updated for the time.
Well, that's stupid. They're going to spend money to go back and film it again. Like, you're going to pull...
Film it again, but some of the stuff was computerized. You could have just gone back
Well, that
and
wouldn't
digitally
make any sense.
enhanced it.
Harrison Ford has an earring now. Can't take that hole out.
Well, it's kind of dumb because they're going to spend more money to...
Yes, they do it all the time.
Not everybody's like Tommy Lee Jones having unlimited resources.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, even then, it's like it's not one of those movies that it's in such high demand that they're gonna like remaster it and do all this other stuff. It's not like Jaws, right?
I demand that movie.
I want a VHS copy blown up to Blu-ray quality.
Yes.
Yeah.
What, a straight VHS copy to Blu-ray.
A rental copy.
Full-screen copy.
Yeah, you want a full screen copy from Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, Blockbuster. Oh, well, that's not really podcast related. Go ahead.
Okay. So pretty much, like, I don't know, was it a bad buy for like $7? I think. However much.
Really?
Oh man,
No, it
what
wasn't
a
a bad
steal.
buy then.
Oh, what?
It was like $20. I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend $20 on that movie that has like.
I wouldn't either.
I think the only thing the special features had was like the trailer. So, but either way.
Did you at least watch the trailer? Did you get your money's worth?
No, I did not watch the trailer actually.
So you still,
Well,
we're still in the negative $1.50.
I'm keeping that for a special occasion.
Ooh. So, uncork the bottle of wine.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, now you're done. You're done talking about this. Like,
Yes.
Show no.
so I guess they're done talking about the Fugitive, which I thought there would be more to this one.
Not really.
No.
Didn't really have an interest in reviewing it.
What did you think it needed a sequel?
Why
There's
did
a
it need
sequel?
Oh, spoiler alert! There is a sequel to this. Well, that sequel came out like 3 years after. It's
No.
There was a sequel?
yes, U.S. Marshals.
No,
That's not a sequel.
No.
That's not a sequel. That's a spin-off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh,
It's,
gosh.
it's the same thing.
No, a sequel is when it follows the same
Exactly. A
storyline.
sequel is like what happened to Harrison Ford after.
Harrison Ford remarries again, and then his wife gets killed, and he's like, not again. And he jumps off another dam.
Or better yet, Harrison Ford becomes a U.S. Marshal.
Oh, that'd be
Oh.
awesome. He's a
It's
doctor
like the
slash marshal.
hunters turned the hunted.
Oh, he wasn't really.
The
That make-
hunter turned the oh.
So he's gonna be chasing down. So he's chasing down Tommy Lee Jones.
All right, calm down.
That makes no sense at all.
I didn't mean to say
So
that.
you're
I got
saying-
confused.
So you're saying he's gonna become a U.S. Marshal to become a corrupt U.S. Marshal? To
He's
kill...
gonna become a U.S. Marshal and frame Tom Lee.
I know, that's what it sounds like to me. Like,
The my concept?
well, actually, no. The way you said it, it sounded like
No.
he was just going to become a U.S. Marshal to hunt him down and kill him.
No. The hunter becomes the hunted is Tommy Lee Jones becoming the one who's being chased now.
That's what I'm saying. Harrison Ford becomes a U.S. Marshal. He chases down Tommy Lee Jones.
That'd be Harrison Ford. Oh, never mind.
Jeez.
Sorry. Okay,
The brainiac over here. Yep, that's.
Podcast is about movies, not my intellect.
I will say this. I love the Money Pit.
Anyways, well, for the most part, I guess we could recommend The Fugitive for people who haven't seen it. If you like Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones, as far as that goes. You know what the funny part is? Tommy Lee Jones, like when he started The Fugitive, but the movie before that, he was in Under Siege, which the director had directed that also.
Yeah, that stupid leather coat.
Hey, what's wrong with the leather coat? That's another podcast. We'll talk about Under Siege.
Yeah, we will talk about all those stupid movies. All right.
So, anyways, what was I going to say? What else was I going to put into this?
I don't know. That's a wrap it up signal.
The wrap it up signal, even though I'm the one who's in command of this. Anyways, well, I guess it looks like you're just spinning your wheels right there.
All right.
All right, we would recommend The Fugitive as far as people who want to. Huh?
Sherry and Josh do not recommend The Fugitive.
Are you serious? Why would you recommend The Fugitive?
I don't know.
You gotta come up with a better point than I don't know.
It's
a good movie.
I didn't say it's a buy per se. I say it's a movie you should at least watch once.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, I think it's an entertaining movie to watch. Like maybe not one. You know what's funny? I think they always show it on TNT.
It's a movie you want to watch back to back. I was kidding.
Oh no. Like I said, I think TNT shows it like every so often. You know.
On Harrison Ford's birthday.
You can't say that. We don't have any ties with them.
Yeah,
I guess.
we're not affiliated with any of these.
Well, there you go. You gave the disclaimer.
Mentioned
I'd say it's worth a rent.
companies.
Not a buy. A rent. Or
Studios.
watch it on TV.
You're not gonna watch it on TV, but you'll rent it.
No, I said rent it or watch it on TV.
Oh, okay. Well, I could.
Go to a friend. Yeah, go to a friend or a closely trusted older relative.
The movie and watch.
Well, I guess you could do that if you really want to go through all that trouble. But either way, I'd recommend it. It's not a bad film to watch. I wouldn't say like it's a hardcore film that you're gonna love, but it's a worthy film to watch. I saw it in the theaters. I think we saw it in the theaters.
Wow.
Huh?
You're dating yourself.
Really? I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not that old.
Yeah, you are.
I guess. I remember watching it in the theaters. I'm pretty sure I probably fell asleep at that
I
time.
remember watching Dracula in the theater too.
No, I didn't see Dracula in the theaters.
I did.
7 years to bed.
Oh, that's such a boring movie. But that's another podcast right there.
Okay.
It's like, all right, everybody, I hope you could figure out what we were saying for the most part, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and we'll see.
How long has been going on?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
Longer than I was supposed to, but all right.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Well, you didn't say your names.
I'm Sherry. Bye.
So there's J-Dog over there. giving his evil look.
J-Dog. Say it.
No.
Say J-Dog.
You think Tommy Lee Jones calls himself like Tommy J-Dog?
T-Dog.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Hey.
J-Dog.
Anyways.
J-Dog.
All right, I'm Daniel, and what was the name of the podcast again? I forgot.
Movie Men.
The Movie Men Podcast.
Yeah.
2 men and 1 lady. That's what we should have called it. The 2 men and 1 lady podcast. We probably.
That sounds weird.
I know.
That's like a weird threesome.
We'll call it 3 Men and a Baby.
Even though that's a movie title which was directed by Dr. Spock.
Again, we're not affiliated.
Oh, that's
with
another
these
podcast. So, all right, well,
names,
I guess then hopefully you all enjoy it.
companies.
Yeah, there'll be more to come. Probably, hopefully, better than this one. But either way, have a good evening.
A good evening.
Oh, a good day, good evening, a good tomorrow.
Good morrow, good sir.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry. Sorry,
Well,
Gino.
that's why I should be on the point and not just sitting there
Be more vigilant.
like a sad dog over there. All right. Good day, I guess. All right, good day.